Hi, my name is Kaylen Duquette. I have lived in the New Bedford area pretty much my entire life, except when I went to college in the South, and then I decided to come back here. I brought with me today some old documents and ledgers from a boat that my great-grandfather fished on, along with my dad's shucking knife. I grew up in a fishing family, so even if I wasn't living in New Bedford directly, New Bedford was very much a part of my life. I can remember going down to the docks when Dad was coming home, and that smell of diesel fuel and fish, which most people find disgusting, I still to this day find comforting, because I remember going and opening the car door and getting hit with that smell and knowing Dad was home. And it still smells good to me. Like I said, I grew up in a fishing family, so my dad scalloped, and his dad, so my grandfather, also scalloped, and his two great-grandfathers were both draggermen. So that's related to what I have in front of me here. I grew up hearing so much about my great-grandfathers and my grandfather. My grandfather died when I was young. My great-grandfathers both died before I was born. Armand Quinton, who was my dad's blood grandfather, actually died before he was even born. So he was lost at sea in a storm in '52. His wife, so my great-grandfather, remarried. Her second husband, Ronald Foley, was also lost at sea. He was hit by a foreign tanker ship and the boat went down. And then my dad was also lost at sea. So whenever I walk into the Seamen's Bethel or I'm in New Bedford, I think about, all the families that have been impacted, and I'm involved in the New Bedford Fishing Heritage Center. Ooh, sorry. And I think one of the things that people don't understand about fishing is, it gets a bad rap. There's bad apples in every industry, of course. But most fishermen are just hardworking guys who want to provide a better life for their family. And that was certainly the case for all the men that fished in my family. So I get a little emotional about it, I'm sorry. But in front of me are some really cool things. So I have a sales slip, I guess, from New Bedford Ship Supply, which is still around today. And it has all of the groceries that the Paolina bought, that's the boat, in 1950. So of course, looking at the prices, it's funny to see, how much sausage cost or milk cost. I have one of his paychecks from October 31st, 1950, after a trip he made $205, which of course now doesn't seem like much, but back during that time, right, that was a lot of money. And then I have a share sheet here, and I just, every time I look at it, looking at even just the writing or the dates and the amounts of money, it's just so crazy to think how much this industry has changed over time. Some ways it hasn't changed at all, other ways it has. And then I have my dad's shucking knife. So it's all taped up. When you buy them, it's just like a skinny little handle, and all the guys will buy tape and sort of tape it up depending like how it fits their hand and how they're comfortable using it. So, knowing that my dad held this and shucked many scallops. I mean, on a trip, these guys are shucking thousands of scallops by hand. There's not a machine that can do that. Just knowing like how much use this got, and how everybody has their own version and their own tool, and they customize it. It's just a cool little personal thing that whenever I hold it or look at it, I think of him and all the trips he made and all the hard work that he put into providing for our family. So I think from his great-grandfather to great-grandson, this is sort of a representation of the timeline of the fishing that happened in my family. And I'm really grateful that I have these things.